Hi, second grade. Welcome back. Today we're going to start our very first project. In second grade, we're going to do a lot of cool things with color. So our topic this year is going to be color. I can't wait to show you all the crazy cool things that you're going to learn about color. Color is the way that we understand our world. Today we're going to be using color to create a landscape. Does anyone want to raise their hand and tell the class what a landscape might be? I hope someone said it's when someone creates artwork and you have a lot of land. I need everyone to say the word horizon. Good. Now, could anyone tell me what they think a horizon might be? So, hopefully someone said the horizon is that line way in the background where the sky meets the land. So it's that line that's running with the mountains. It's going right in between the sun over there, but it's the line where the earth ends and then the sky meets and begins. Now we're going to play a little bit of a game. I want some people to come up and show us where they think the horizon is in this photo, and then we're going to keep on choosing people to come up and choose where they think the horizon ends and begins in every single one of these photos until we run out of photos to look at. Now let's try this snowy landscape. Who could come up and show us where this horizon line is? All right, now let's try this one. All right, this one should be pretty easy. Good job, guys. Now that we know landscape and horizon, I need you to learn about warm and cool colors. Could anyone guess the 3 warm colors? And then I need someone else to raise their hand and guess the cool colors. So go ahead and raise your hands and we'll guess what we think the warm and cool colors are. Very good. The warm colors make us think of things that are warm. So think of fire. So fire could be yellow, the sun could be orange, maybe it's a red hot piece of coal, and then also magenta, pretty much pink. The cool colors make us think of things that are cool. So when I think of purple, I think of a midnight sky. When I see blue, I think of water. And then you might think of maybe a bush or grass. We'll need to know this information because we are going to be using some of these warm and cool colors to create a landscape. Now, I get a lot of questions of whether you can do buildings in your landscape, and the answer is kind of hard. What do you think, guys? Do you think that this is a landscape? I hope you said no. The reason it's not a landscape is because I can't see the land. So it has a horizon back there. I can see that line where the sky meets the ground, but I can't see grass, I can't see trees, I just see buildings. So the buildings cover up the land. Now, if you're doing maybe 1 or 2 buildings and I can see most of the land, that counts. So this can be a landscape even though there's a house. In this project, we're also going to be studying stained glass windows. That's when an artist takes different colors of glass and puts them together into a different design. What I want you to notice about this design is that they used what kind of colors for the sun? Hope you said warm colors. And then what kind of colors for the sky? They used cool colors. So, also, I want you to notice that there's lines that go out from the sun towards the end of the picture. Here's another one where it has some more of those lines I'm talking about. Some people call these sun rays. We're going to call them radial lines. So say radial lines. So all radial lines means is that when they drew that little circle, they drew lines to the very edge of the surface all the way out, so it looks like sun rays. And here again, they use cool colors for the ground and then warm colors for the sky. Now, for this landscape, you're not just going to have to do a sun. You could also choose to do a moon if you wanted to. Not both, like this person did. but you can choose for your landscape. Maybe it's a night snowy landscape, or maybe it's a hot desert. Who knows? But it's kind of up to you how you want to do it. We should have walked in with a piece of paper and then also one pencil. Now, if you need to sharpen your pencil, remember, inside your bin, underneath the crayons, you should find a little box, and inside the box is a sharpener eraser. If you need to sharpen your pencil, just hold the sharpener over the box, sharpen it, mine's pretty sharpened, so I'm good, and then place it all back inside. You can empty this out if it gets too full. Otherwise, just close it up and you are good to go. We're gonna take about a minute to sharpen our pencils. Just give me a thumbs up to show me that you're ready to begin. All right, so I'm gonna dust some of this off. So, you do get a choice in this project. Your landscape can be horizontal or wide, or it can be vertical. It's up to you. Go ahead and decide whether you want it horizontal or vertical, and then give me a thumbs up to show me that you're ready. So I went ahead and I decided I want to do mine vertical. So the first thing I need you to do is find the bottom left-hand corner, go ahead and point to it with your pencil, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put something down here that tells us who this belongs to. What would that be? I hope you said name. I'm gonna go ahead and write Mr. Boatfield at the very bottom. Now, are you gonna put Mr. Boatfield on yours? I hope not, unless you're me, or you have the same name as me. But go ahead and put your name at the very bottom, and in a moment, we're gonna put our class code. Give us a thumbs up so I know that I can give you our very fresh new class code. Awesome. So our class code is going to be different for every class. I'm gonna pause the video, but what I want you to do is I want you to draw a circle, because our class code is gonna go inside. Doesn't matter if it's a perfect circle, just draw your best circle or oval, and then we're gonna put our class code inside. Thank you so much. So today we're going to focus on the pattern. So what we're gonna write is we're gonna write pattern. So P-A-T-T-E-R-N. So that's the one word that we're gonna write today. And give me a thumbs up once you have it. Awesome. So the reason that we're gonna, write some words and take a little bit of notes is because during this project, you're gonna have to refer to the word pattern. So I'm gonna give you some options. You don't have to write the names of these, but these are just some lines that you can remember. We have zigzag. That's an easy one. Go ahead and do a zigzag. Then give me a thumbs up. We could do wavy like the ocean. Now remember, there's two wavies, wavy like the hill and then wavy like the ocean. Go ahead and do some ocean waves for me. We could do wavy like the hill. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up once you have that. You could do loops. All right, thumbs up when you have that. We could be doing spirals. So go ahead and just give me some cinnamon rolls. Ooh, some donut cinnamon rolls. Delicious. We're gonna call these swirls. Give me a thumbs up once you have a couple swirls. Hopefully you're leaving some room. We have a few more that I want you to know. You could do castle. So go ahead and do a little castle line. So just remember where kings and queens live is gonna be this castle line. Thumbs up when you have it. Now, does a pattern have to be just line? I hope you said no. You could do a pattern of shapes. So I could do triangle, triangle, circle, triangle, triangle, circle, triangle, triangle, circle. Go ahead and make up your own pattern of shapes. So it could be rectangle, square, triangle, circle. Who knows? Make up a little pattern real quick and then give me a thumbs up once you have it. Awesome. One more pattern I want you to create, and it's gonna be up to you. I want you to look at all these patterns and come up with your very own that combines both shape and line. So I'll give you an example. Maybe I'm doing a castle, but remember I want you to use line and shape. So I might put a little rectangle. or a square in between my castle shapes. That way I'm combining shape and line. Give me a thumbs up once you have that. Very good. Now it's time to turn it over. So you should see the blank side of your paper. It can be horizontal or it can be vertical. Can't be both, but it can be horizontal, it can be vertical. Give me a thumbs up when you have your landscape the way you want it to be. Okay, so I decided I want to do mine horizontal. The very first thing that we need is a line that separates the sky from the land. What is that called? I hope you said horizon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on the left side of my paper. Now remember, your paper could be nice and tall or big and wide, but I'm gonna go ahead and draw a horizon. Now a horizon is not always flat. You could do mountains, you could do deep valleys, or you could do it flat. It's up to you. This is my horizon. You can do yours your own way. Go ahead and make a horizon, just one line from one side to the other, and then give me a thumbs up. Very good. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to think about the sun or the moon. Could it be daytime? Hope you said yes. Could it be nighttime? Very good. So, here's the requirement. This project is a little bit rigid. Rigid means that it has a lot of rules, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. When you do your sun or moon, it must be a complete circle. So I haven't decided whether it's gonna be a sun or moon. I'm just gonna draw a circle. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that it's a complete circle. Don't do any of this, where it's half on the paper and half off the paper. Don't do that. Nope, nope, nope. Make sure it is a complete circle. Now, it could be over here. It could be over here. Could it be hiding under the horizon? I hope not. I want you to do it nice and high in the sky. Once you have your circle, give me a thumbs up. Once you have your full circle, remember nothing's hiding under the ground, we're gonna draw radial lines. Now, lines that are radial go out towards the edges of the paper. Now, they're not gonna go over the land, but they are gonna stretch out over the entire sky. So I'm gonna show you an example of what it might look like. So I'm gonna start at the, oh, it's getting all blurry. And there we go. I'm gonna start from the edge of the circle and go out. And then I'm gonna find a place close to where I started the last line and go out. So it's getting radial. It kind of looks like it's going out over the whole thing. Now just take this pencil all the way to the edge of the paper. You don't want to just leave it right here. It's going to mess you up later when we start adding pattern. So keep it going, keep it going, keep it going all the way to, oh my gosh. It's hard to draw with only one hand on the pencil and then another hand on the camera, but I'm going all the way out. All right, now I'm going to come to this problem. I'm taking this radial line and it hits the mountain. If you have something where it hits the mountain and there's some space on the other side, just go all the way through as if the mountain wasn't even there. All right, and now I'm gonna go all the way around the town, around the sun or moon, whatever you choose to do. It could be moon rays, and give it some line. Ooh. Give me a thumbs up once you've tried it on your own. So we have all of these radial lines, and they really split up the sky into smaller sections. We're gonna worry about color and pattern later. For right now, I wanna focus on the land. Right now, it's looking a little bit, there's not a whole lot going on. I want you to fill this up with different sections. So what I mean by sections. Now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do, but you can do yours your own way. But what my goal is, what my mission here is to fill this up with different places where I can put pattern. So I'm basically gonna do some shapes. I might do some snow on top of my mountain. I might add some more hills. What this is doing is this is splitting up my land into smaller sections. I'm gonna go this way. You know what? You could even do a little river or a pathway going through it. Just split it up. You could even do, I don't know, a little circle tree. Maybe a flower. That's okay too. If you're a dude and you're not into really flowers, that's okay too. I'm not saying you have to do a flower. I'm just giving you some options. Maybe there's a flower, but maybe there's also a little cacti or cactus off in the background. Could you do a house? I hope you said yes. You could do maybe a house or two. As long as it's not completely a little city, that's fine. I want you to split it up into smaller sections, really fill up this bottom area with lines. Don't worry about doing details just yet, because we're going to do those with pattern, but go ahead and split up this bottom. Give me a thumbs up once you've kind of split it up into smaller sections. All right, very good. So this is the part that can confuse a lot of people, so I hope that you're listening carefully. What you're going to do is you're going to fill up this entire thing with different patterns and lines to make it interesting. This is all about patterns, so I want to see all the cool things that I know you can do. The first thing that you're going to worry about is the radial lines near the sun or moon. Now remember, could you do a moon? Could you do a sun? It's totally up to you. I'm going to give you some options. In this project from a couple years ago, I created a sun and I just kind of put a spiral line. Don't worry about color today. In a few days, we're going to put either warm or cool colors in our sky and then use warm or cool colors in our ground. We're not going to worry about color today, just mostly worry about pattern. In this one, I did a moon, so I just did a little moon shape, but you could do craters, or maybe there's a star, I don't know. And then this one's another sun, but it's a little bit different because I decided to use ocean waves, that wavy like the ocean, to kind of make it look like the sun was on fire. And so as you can see, I took some patterns and I put them in those radial lines. I also used the patterns down here. I'm going to show you how I will do that for our example now. So I think for this sun, now remember you could do a moon, I think I'm going to do something that I've totally never done before. I'm going to do loopy lines all the way around the town. I might do some stars on the inside. I don't know, maybe my sun has stars today. You could do an emoji sun. You could do some sunglasses on the sun. Now I need to fill up each one of these sections with at least one type of line or pattern. I'm gonna do some more wavy like the ocean lines here. I can do a castle. Could you make up your own line? Absolutely. Maybe I have a line that goes up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. You could make it up. And like I said, you could even add some shapes in there to make it even more different. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up all my sections at the top with different pattern. So here I go in fast mode, adding all sorts of different patterns to my sky. First do your sky, and then worry about the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and add pattern to my mountains, and I'll probably add some to my house and my tree. Fill this up with different patterns. I might even put spiral in my tree. Now you don't even have to have a tree, but if you want to, you can. I think it would make sense if this is gonna be a river to do wavy like the ocean lines. Don't worry about like little details. Don't worry about all that, because what we're gonna do is we're going to get some expensive paper and then we're gonna redo this design on the paper and then go over it with Sharpie. So just fill it up with pattern today. I'm gonna let you look a little bit at my examples. Remember, yours does not have to look exactly like mine. Don't worry about the color today, because we're gonna color once we get our nice expensive paper that I have bought for you for our coloring. Just remember, the most important thing is to add line and pattern wherever you go. You could even add hearts. On my example, I even put LOVE. You could put some letters if you want to. It's up to you. Be creative, have fun. I'll be walking around to take a look at what you're doing. Please raise your hand if you need any help.